going to be easy in adventure. It's always going to be difficult at some point.
You can find adventure in all parts of your life. It's just kind of how it makes you feel.
When you're experiencing joy, you're experiencing excitement, you're experiencing fear, you're experiencing intimidation.
But that's one sacrifice it's worth to make, because it always leads to really positive things happening along the way.
Challenging, completely off the wall things that everybody goes, oh, I don't think you should do that.
That brings you somewhere that just feeds your soul.
Hello adventurers, I'm Fran Tarauskis and you're listening to Seize Your Adventure. This podcast is for people who want to explore the whole spectrum of adventure, from life-changing journeys and extreme challenges to the smaller moments spent outside. But Seize Your Adventure is more than an adventure sports podcast. Seize Your Adventure is also a bit of a clever pun, because all of the guests and people sharing stories throughout this series live the adventure lifestyle whilst also living with epilepsy, including me. I was diagnosed with epilepsy in 2015, and then in 2017 I walked the Camino de Santiago by myself. During that hike, so many of the other pilgrims told me they were surprised and impressed by the fact that I could take on a solo hike when I have epilepsy. I found myself talking about my diagnosis a lot and spreading some awareness about seizures. But I also had to reassure people that there are a lot of us out there whose lives aren't mapped by having the condition. This podcast is a way to introduce you to those people. You'll get to hear stories about long-distance hiking, skiing in snowstorms and camping under the stars. But there will also be interviews that dive into the deeper stuff, the hidden aspects of taking on adventures with epilepsy, from carrying medication in a backpack to the pleasure of the first duck dive after brain surgery. In episode 1, you'll hear a story from a lady called Jade Nelson. Now, Jade carries many titles. As well as being an epilepsy advocate, she is a licensed massage therapist, lifestyle coach, writer, and a motivational speaker. Jade's story will take us to the heart of West Texas, as she tells us about a short camping trip with her husband and their 2 dogs. Here's a little taster for you.
This is the moment it could have gone south really fast. Back in the car, I could tell he was irritated, and I was mad at myself. But we had a bigger problem. We had no place to stay, and the sun was setting fast.
Jade's voice is so relaxing. It's been great listening to her as I've been doing the editing. I'm so excited for you to hear the full story, so don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss it. Whilst you're waiting, please do head to seizeyouradventure.com, that's Y-O-U-R, adventure. You can also follow on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. It's at SYAdventurers. And all of those links are in the show notes. Thanks for listening to this short trailer, and until next time, safe adventures, everyone.